We've been talking a lot about diversity here at Cannes Lions 2018, and now we're going to talk about diversity within the creative industry itself. I'm pleased to be joined by Tham Khai Meng, the Chief Creative Officer, but also the Global Co-Chair at Ogilvy. Diversity is a really important thing in your business life.
Yes, it's very important, not just with Ogilvy, but it's also for the industry. And 2 days ago, we made a pledge and a commitment to hire 20 senior creative women by the end of 2020. So 20 by 2020.
What do you think that's going to do for the business? Is it just the right thing to do, or is there a business motivation behind it?
I think not only is it the right thing to do, but we need more women in industry for diversification. In nature, you have so much diversity, and it's so rich. But in advertising, sadly, for this moment, we have not many women, especially senior women in the industry.
Why do you think that is?
Well, there's so many factors to this because I think, family, maybe husbands, working moms, single moms, they all have to do with it. Societal changes, and the point is that women they can do both, looking after the home as well as having a career. But the thing is, I think sometimes the pressures of the business and all the pressures of keeping a household are there constantly. And you have disproportionate of men in the industry. And also, I think how you take in women into the industry. It starts from colleges, schools, and the intake. And I don't think we're doing a good job there. But I believe enough talk already, and that's why we're ready to commit. And we did 2 days ago here in Cannes. I think this is a great place to say it because it sends an industry message to one and all, we hope. And it's a real challenge for women of color as well, senior women of color, and we want to be, leading the change.
Let's talk about how well you've done this year. You must be pleased. How important are things like Lions to a business like Ogilvy?
Well, the Lions are very important because it's a metric. It's a metric for the industry, and we are big believers that if you cannot measure, you cannot improve. It's very simple. And it's competing with other agencies, production houses, and other clients. So it's just not only agencies competing, it's clients competing with clients. And creativity is the oxygen for business growth. And when you talk about creativity, it's all about innovation, disruption, about doing new things, pushing the frontiers of creativity. And there you have it, because those are so important points for all of us here to measure against.
So to what extent does having that, Cannes Lions logo on your email footer, how do you leverage that to generate new business? Is it something you kind of basically do to market yourselves?
Well, I think I would be lying if I said no, it's not. But I think, to win here is to win big. Of all the global shows, I think this is one of the most important, if not the most important. It's a world stage. And, to have that accolade is a real honor.
So, you've been in the industry quite a long time. You're a veteran of the industry. You must know what the secret recipe is to winning a Lion, and has it changed over the years?
Well, there's no recipe for great work. I think it's about doing the unusual and finding the insights for the brand you're working on and helping to solve business issues. And every business issue is different. And therefore, you do have an urge to reach for the highest goal here. And how do you do that? You come here to compete with other agencies, other brands, and the client's fight is our fight. In other words, what they fight for, which is the business impact, is our fight.
Well, let's talk about business impact. The industry seems to be in flux, or at least it's just changing all the time. Big announcements over the last few days in terms of, where does WPP go, your parent company, and the restructuring we're seeing. What's your take on the industry flux?
Well, the industry flux, we know there's fragmentation and there's transformation. Digital transformation is still taking place as we speak, not fast enough. My take is that it's a very conservative industry. I think we should push the peanut further and work with other forms of emotion here, because it's all about telling stories and emotion. And I believe our clients need to come along as well. So, no, don't get me wrong, we have very courageous, brave clients, very smart. And I think the industry needs more of these clients. Because of all this transformation and so much happening in the industry, sometimes you get frozen with fear. And that's the most dangerous thing. So we have to counteract that. Nothing is more important than creativity.
To what extent do you think we're going to continue to see this disruption within both the advertising side, the marketing technology side, what's going on with the networks, what's going on with the independents?
I think you're going to see more and more of them disruption, which you just outlined, and this will continue. So you are trying to figure it out as you are, flying the plane. You're fixing the plane at the same time. So you're in two businesses. One business is what you're in right now, which costs money, and the other business is what you are going to become, which costs money. So the issue here is how do you balance that funding, because both cost money.
So Ogilvy's had a rebrand. There's been a lot about that in the news, but how do you see Ogilvy restructuring itself to make itself business ready for the future?
Well, business ready for the future. Everyone talks about agility. Now, it might sound like a cliche, but it's not, because it's about moving faster, speedier, and finding better solutions for business problems. That goes without change. In fact, that's stronger than ever. And in fact, creativity is such a advantage. You have that component into the business, and we all know that. But it needs to be said again and again, because we do not want to be distracted by the business minutiae, and therefore you have to put creativity bang right in the center of the organization.
Hello, I'm James Wright. Thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. To check out more online videos, just click on the boxes, and don't forget to subscribe to the CNBC Live channel at the bottom of the screen.